Okay, I hate recording content. This is my third time recording this video. The first time I had issues with what I was talking about. The second time my screen sharing wasn't working. And then the third time I started showing the plugin for Framer that I'm working on, and I realized I wasn't sharing the screen all of that time. So hopefully now I finally get everything right. So for this week, the first thing that I wanted to talk about are some lessons that were important to me from last week. I try to, write down at least a few things that stood out from the weekend that I think were important. The first thing of that list is health, and health in general is very important. But if you're someone who has a business that you want to grow, if you're someone who strives to improve areas of your life, the most important things to see actual progress is being consistent. And if you're having trouble with your health, you can't be consistent. And I know that because of personal experience, because I've had issues with my tonsils for the past few years. Every 4, 5, 6 months, I would get a tonsillitis infection. And I would be basically down for a week. I wouldn't be able to do anything for a week. And it really hurts my progress, not only with the business not so much, but more my gym, goals, because I would be very consistent and then I would get sick and then I would stop working out for 2 weeks and then it would be very hard to get into a good rhythm again. So health is something that's very important. And I wrote that down specifically because last week I got sick. I don't know if it was a virus or something, but I just got like a pretty high fever on Friday and on Saturday as well, which interrupted my plan for the tasks that I wanted to do from last week. And yeah, so that's why I wrote it down. It's very important. So look after your health, take your vitamins, eat healthy and stuff like that. Even though I try to do that, I still get sick. I don't know why. But yeah, that's a pretty important thing. The second thing that I wrote down is acting like a business owner and not as a designer. And this is especially important for us web designers who want to grow a business, because obviously if your goal is to just be a freelance web designer, then this is not really applicable for you. You're doing what you want to do, so that's great. But for me, I don't want to be a freelance designer. I want to have a business that's not as heavily reliant on me, that can run without me, that can produce without me, not indefinitely, but at least for if I want to take off a few weeks, I should be able to do that and it not having a huge impact on my business. And that's been something that I've been struggling to do for a long time, is acting like a business owner and thinking like a business owner and not as a freelance designer. Because if you think as a business owner, you can step back and you can analyze your business, you can analyze what you're doing, and you can think about if what you're doing is the right thing, if it's the thing that is the most high leverage, and if it's the best thing that you could be doing right now in order to reach your goals in the next few months. And if you're caught up in the day-to-day work of designing websites for clients or for templates or for whatever, it is very easy to get consumed by that and to ignore the part of business development, which is very, very important if you want to see progress. And to step back and think, if I'm doing what I'm doing right now for the next year, will I be closer to my goals or will I be still in the same place? So that's a very important lesson that I wanted to talk about. And not only that, thinking like a business owner is also important for making, moves that are more high leverage, like hiring people, like thinking about what you can automate on your business in order for it to be easier to run and things like that. But I think I should move on to the next topic. I think this got boring. And the third thing that I wrote down is leverage and strategic work, which I kind of already tackled in the previous point. Basically just figuring out strategically what is the best thing you could be doing in order to get closer to where you want to be, because it's very easy to lose track of that in our day-to-day work. And now for what I did last week, what we had is I had like a potential client, Vast Media Marketing. I ended up closing that client. We're working with him currently. I finished the design last week, and my developer is right now working on developing the website. So that's going pretty good. Then for the templates, we had North Star, which is in the design phase, and Maria, my web designer, is working on that. She is having some trouble with some legal stuff, I think, regarding receiving payments from me legally in her country. So until she figures that out, I can't work with her, which sucks because it was very hard for me to find a good designer to work with. I didn't expect it to be this hard honestly, but it's very, very hard. If you've tried hiring a designer, you know that finding somebody that can do high quality work at a reasonable price is very tough, and she has huge potential. But yeah, she just has to resolve that issue. So North Star is on pause right now. And then the second template, I thought about designing an alternative for her design. So this way we could have like two templates in the same niche. I would make the design I like better paid, and then the design that I don't like better free, or something like that. But what I ended up doing is designing a completely new template, which is info product template. I'm gonna show you that one right now. I ended up doing tons of versions. I started with this. Let me just show you, like something like this with a little bit of a more unusual gradient, but it just didn't speak to me. Then I tried something like that, but this looked too boring and basic. Then I moved to a very similar design just without that and with a different color palette, but I didn't like that as well. Then I did this one, which I was kind of okay with, but again, it's super basic. Didn't like it too much, and then I tried a different color to see if that would make it better. It didn't. And then I ended up doing this version, which is inspired by this design. This one, I think it's kind of better, but I don't think it speaks to the niche that I'm going after. And I ended up with this version as a somewhat final one, but what I'm going to be doing this week is completely redoing this. Like, I want to redo this completely and do it in a style that is appropriate for the target audience, because this looks more like a SaaS website and not like an info product website, which is a mistake. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to do a completely new design for this template. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with this direction. It's probably going to be something completely different. But yeah, that's about the template that I was working on. And then for the other goals of the week, I wanted to hire a Webflow developer. I did get quite a few job applications on my job posts on LinkedIn and on Upwork. And yeah, this week, basically, I'm going to be scheduling interviews with some of the developers. One thing about LinkedIn is they're fucking assholes when it comes to job posts, because my job post ran for like 3 days, I think, or even less, like a day or something. And as soon as it hit like 10 applicants, they paused my job and they told me that I need to promote my job in order for it to be running again. And they gave me a free trial of 3 days. And then at the bottom, with a very, very small font, it said that after the trial runs out, I will be charged up to $40 per day as long as the job post is running, which is pretty fucking insane. Like, I'm not sure if you have to pay $40 or you can set the budget to be lower, but I didn't see an option to do that, so I didn't get this trial. But I'm gonna see what is gonna come out of the interviews with the developers that I have so far. If obviously if none of the candidates are good, I'm gonna take that trial. Like, I don't have a choice. Then the second goal was to design the Remix UI plugin, which I did. It's actually going pretty good because I found a developer as well. One guy, his name is Gavin. He worked with me in my coaching program for how to build Framer templates, and he ended up building a plugin for Framer. So I asked him if he can take this on, and he actually really liked the project. And the plugin is actually, I think, almost done right now. So he's a great guy. Shout out to Gavin. But yeah, this is the design. This is the welcome screen, login screen. This is the home screen where you can pick if you want to, explore components or sections. And then at the bottom, we have home, saved, settings. And then this button is going to be always visible if you don't have a pro plan purchased. And then if you click on components, for example, it's going to open this screen where we have all of the categories. And then when you select the category, it's going to open the listing page where you have all of the different sections and components. And then if you click on a section, let's say this one, you are going to see this screen where we have a preview, insert section button, and a button to save the section to your saved collection. And then if the section or component is from an existing template that we have, it's going to look like this. It's going to say that it's from whatever template, and it's going to be linked to that template, because the goal of the plugin is not only to grow it as a product, but also to use it as a way to cross promote my templates. So that's how I'm going to do that. And then below, we're also going to have a plug for the full template, and they can preview it or buy it. And then this is the saved screen. This is how it's gonna look if you don't have anything saved. And this is how it's gonna look if you have something saved. And then here we have the settings screen where we have, if you're a free member, you're gonna see this thing prompting you to upgrade to Pro. Account settings, legal pages, and then a logout button. And yeah, this is pretty much the plugin. It's very bare bones right now. It's very simple. But I don't think we need anything more to validate the idea and see if it can get some traction or not. If it does, obviously we're gonna keep improving it and making it better. Then I wanted to think about AI agents for SEO for my website. And what I figured out when researching this topic is that first, it will be kind of hard to set it up correctly. Second, the articles that AI writes right now are not very accurate. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know that AIs tend to hallucinate quite a bit and, give you incorrect information. And also, I'm not sure how valuable SEO traffic is going to be for my website, because from my analytics, I know that a very, very small percentage of my sales come through SEO, traditional SEO. A little bit of a bigger percentage come from AI SEO, which was surprising, but it's a very, very small percent. So I don't think it's going to make a significant impact. So for now, I'm going to put this idea on pause. And then I wanted to add more portfolio projects to Contra and Framer Experts, which I ended up not doing because I got sick. And yeah, I didn't do that. So yeah, that was last week. It was a good week. I did get quite a few things done. Obviously not everything, but yeah. Now for the plan for next week, I already kind of touched on it by explaining what I did this week. So I'm just gonna go over some other stuff. So for client work, I have Vast Media. The developer is currently working on the website. We're going to be launching that by Friday, I think. Then I have another potential client that I need to speak to this week. I'm most likely going to work with him. I'm not sure. And then we have Coach Accelerator, which is an old client. And this is going to be a pretty interesting one because right now, as you saw, I'm building a template for info products and coaches. So it's in the same exact niche as this client. And what I'm going to propose to him is that I'm going to design the template. And then when I design the template, I'm going to adapt it to his brand. And then I'm just going to sell the template. And I'm going to give him a pretty good price for that. So that's what I'm thinking I'll do here. For templates, we have the same North Star and Cohort, which I'm going to be working on this one. The goals for this week is to again hire a Webflow developer. I just have to get on some calls with the developers this week to see if anybody can do the work that I need to do. Because I think, again, I don't know if I mentioned that, but translating my Framer templates into Webflow is a no-brainer. I should do that for sure. Then I want to migrate to Cream.io for my checkout links. Currently, I'm using Lemon Squeezy, but ever since they got acquired by Stripe, their products has been going downhill big time. Like, I've been constantly having issues with orders not being processed. So clients would place an order, they would get a charge on their credit card, but they wouldn't receive their templates. I wouldn't receive a notification that they've made an order. And then I would have to contact Lemon Squeezy directly in order for them to manually process the order. I've had that happen at least 7 or 8 times so far. Also, a lot of people have complained that when they try to check out and they click on the checkout button, it kind of freezes and infinitely loads. And I can't imagine how many sales I've lost due to that error. And this was the final straw. Yesterday, I had that issue happen again, and I decided I'm going to be migrating completely everything to a new platform, which is going to be Cream.io. So I'm going to be doing that right after I record this video. Then I got 2 of my templates that I submitted rejected. So that's to show you that even though I have more than 25 templates on the marketplace, I still got some templates rejected. Like, I hadn't felt that feeling in a long time, and it really does suck. But what can you do? I'm gonna rework them and I'm gonna submit them again. The good thing is that the issues aren't really that big. They're mostly things that we've missed due to not being careful enough with the development. And then I think this also happens because, again, I started working with a developer who is not fully familiar with the requirements, and sometimes he makes mistakes that after he develops the template, obviously I check it again, but it's easy to miss stuff. So we're gonna rework those rejected templates and submit them by Friday or Saturday at latest, so we can be on track with the schedule. Again, I'm trying to release 2 templates per month, this year, so I'm gonna have to handle that pretty quickly. And again, it's small stuff, so I think it's gonna be easy. And then 4th goal is to design the cohort template, which is the info product template. And yeah, that's kind of the plan for this week. I think it's gonna be a productive week. And that pretty much concludes this week's update. Hopefully this video was enjoyable. I don't know how you guys watch these videos. I think they're super boring, but last one got a lot of traction. A lot of people liked it. Like, even my friends, they told me that it was an enjoyable video to watch. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. I'm gonna be trying to do these types of videos every single week, just updating you on the progress of my businesses and my plan for how to grow them and stuff like that. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.